Today I'm working on my CT200U, and when I first got it, I bought it used, and the guy I bought it from, where am I? Okay, see this washer here? There's supposed to be two of them, one top and bottom. He had installed one underneath, so there was a good 16th to a quarter, or eighth to a quarter, whatever those washers are. They're pretty thick, and the headset was just bouncing around. So I got that taken care of, and that's nice. But now I have oil. This is the main problem. It's up on the stand here, is that there's oil coming from somewhere. So I'm going to take that apart now and see what it is, hopefully. Okay, I got those 4 pins pulled. We're going to look at this together for the first time. A little wet in there. Not seeing anything. Looks like I'm going to have to go ahead and pull the clutch, and geez, I don't know. I've never had to get down to the crankcase before, so maybe I gotta pull everything apart to get to where I need to be to see the crankcase. So here we go. Okay, so took the master link off of the primary, and I'm going to remove the 10mm nut that goes here. Remove the clutch. I'm thinking maybe I should inspect that. I don't know, maybe somebody, I can't remember who was commenting, Larry Carroll, said that it might be this seal here, and I don't know if you can see it, but let me know if you think that's leaking. I'm gonna probably go the extra distance here and just go ahead and pull this whole plate off and see if I can't just tighten these down and see if they're loose. Okay, I'm gonna guess it's coming from down here, down low. I think this is where the seal is for the crankcase. Shot this way. I think that's dry. I mean, looks dry to me. So I'm gonna just try and put a wrench on these crankcase covers and see if they're just a bit loose. Worst case, I have to order a new gasket, I think. Anyways, I don't know. I have no experience with the mechanics of this type of motor, so it's all new to me, and that's why I'm documenting it. Maybe it'll help somebody else, although there's a ton of info on these bikes, right? So I was able to get, I don't know, maybe half a turn out of this bottom one here, quarter turn out of this one, and a quarter turn pretty much out of all of them. I don't know if that'll do it or not, but I'm going to clean this up here with the rag, and just so I know when it continues to leak where it's leaking from. So I got the cover back on for the primary case. I leave the shaft a little bit for the. I'm gonna adjust the chain because it's got some play in it. I'm sure that's because I moved the primary around, because it wasn't that loose before. Probably changed the oil because it's never been done. The peg on the other side looks like it's about to break, so I need to address that somehow. and then take it for another test drive and see if tightening up that crankcase took care of the leak or not. Probably not, but hopefully. Okay, I'm going to loosen this axle nut, and then the brake adjuster, or the chain adjusters, are right here. And you want to be fairly careful to make sure that you adjust them the same on both sides, otherwise your tire will come out of alignment. What else? Little movements go a long ways, so don't just reef on it. If you like a quarter turn on each side, check it, and usually that's enough. Probably, like I said, I'll probably do some chain maintenance too. I'll clean this chain up and put some gear oil on it, and then I got to change the oil still and get a better shot of this. You can see it's squeezing out of there, so I'll pull that cotter key and try and bend it back and see if I can get that back into place. I should probably upgrade those. Okay, I literally just went a quarter of a turn, and I think that's probably too much. So an eighth of a turn probably would have been enough. I'm going to back it off a little bit. So I'm not sure what the book calls for, but I know on my bigger motorcycles about 3/4 of an inch deflection was what I looked for after an adjustment. Imagine this one's not much different, but I'm sure somebody will tell me if I'm wrong. So that's done. Just going to tighten the axle nut back up and we'll get on that foot peg. Okay, I got that out of there, and you can see there's a little spring which looks like it needs some oil. The ball, the washer, and that's all just kind of sandwiched in there and just falls apart. So I'm going to give that a squeeze and put it back together. So what ended up working better for me was to just stick my channel locks in there like this and give it a bend, and a little bit of oil, put the ball and spring back in there. Has a real nice factory click sound now. I think the only thing left to do is to change the oil and put the primary cover back on. Okay, I took the bike out just to warm it up, and it seems to be performing a lot better. The headstock is a little tight, so it feels really dampened. I'm going to loosen that up a little bit. I got this gallon jug down here and hoping I can get this oil to go in it. We'll find out what happens. No problem. Coming out very good. That is the stock oil, so I'm sure whatever I put in there will be a million times better. There's the old engine oil, stock engine oil, never been changed. A little thin. What am I putting in there? 1030, mostly. Anyways, if I have to top it off with, I got some 530 here. So yeah, I just got to dump that in there. Kind of hard to tell. Not yet. should overflow a little bit. Well, not overflow, but be right up to the, which it looks like it is. So it's on a little bit of a tilt, so I might put just a touch more. I'll tilt it over and put in a touch more. Alright, well, I think that's it for maintenance on Amateur Hour TV. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.